Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Coin Poker's Cash Game World Championship. I'm your host, Johan Merlo, and we're back. This is day 10, I want to say. Yeah, day 10. It's about to be day 11, actually, in, in 26 minutes also. And today we're going to be joined by a brand new player on the stream. It's Mr. I didn't even know that was your nickname, by the way. Floody Mary? Is that your main nickname when you grind?
Hey, yo, what's up? Yeah, I mean, it's my name on stars. Yeah, I thought it was that's why I gave this one to you. Or Sid, it's fine. Whatever you want, man.
Yeah. Nice to have you on. It's interesting because I feel like the first time we talked was during the last Cash Game World Championship.
Yeah, absolutely. When we met. Yeah. 1 year ago.
Through the chat,
Definitely. Yeah, well, no, thank you. Thanks a lot. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's I didn't really watch the stream yet this week, so just watched some highlights here and there. So I'm really happy to be following what these cycles are about today. Try to maybe get 10% of what's going on. It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sick. They're putting in a lot of hours. It's very random though when they play. Like today, I was planning on going live around 8, like I was talking to you at that time, and then it's like at 8 p.m. all the games died like precisely at that time. So we ended up not being able to do that. But luckily they started. Maybe people were having some food, and then they started right after.
Nice.
And I think Sandwich is our common friend, right?
Oh, absolutely. He's here.
Yeah, he's in.
Awesome.
He's in.
Yeah.
He's in. He's
Okay,
going.
so now we can bitch about his plays. It's gonna be fun. I didn't see the beginning of the hand. That's
Yeah, it's not show anyway. So like we usually focus on the show tables. There's 2 of them running right now, and that's where we'll be able to see a whole bunch of cards no matter what. But yeah, let's go over. Actually, first, before we go over the leaderboards, maybe you can share a little bit about yourself, like introduce yourself. What do you play usually, and how long have you been playing poker?
Sure, yeah. I'm modestly just a mid-stakes player myself. I'm not in this category yet. I've been playing full-time for about 4 years, I would say, or something like that. It took me quite a long time in the beginning to make it to mid-stakes, so maybe slightly more than 4 years. Yeah, I've been playing most of my life on stars, both the French and Spanish fenced poker stars. And since I've been away from France, like many years ago now, a little bit on the normal European stars, a lot of on Winamax as well. And then, yeah, I mean, I tried out a few things here and there, obviously, like everyone else. But yeah, I would say that 80% of my life
What's the
have been on these 2
biggest?
sides.
What's the biggest game you've ever played?
Online 1020. I was playing 1020 at the end of last year. I mean, I played like 100 hands in my life at 2550. I think. I don't know if we can count that as a as a stake I played. Otherwise, yeah, 1020 online, 1020 online, and live much higher, I think. But yeah.
Oh, we got a question in the chat actually. HDP asks, "What were your biggest challenges when you moved up? How did you overcome them?"
Mental challenges in the beginning for me. I came from a very, very, very different background. I was sound engineer and a musician for most of my first half of my life, let's say. And I mean, I was playing poker when I was 17, 18 and stuff for fun. I loved the game, but then I completely stopped for like 10 years. And when I got back into it, I struggled a lot with sort of a entitlement, we would say in English, tilt. And I thought it would be much easier, actually. I thought the path to becoming, yeah, not necessarily. I mean, I didn't think like I would become a top professional in 6 months or anything, but I thought like winning at small stakes, for instance, would be much easier than it was for me. So yeah, mostly mental leaks, mental struggles in the beginning for sure. And then when it comes to stakes, once I unlocked, let's say, thanks to stables that I joined, the first stable that I joined in the beginning, then it I didn't struggle so much through stakes. I mean, except maybe I would say between like 200 and 500, something like that. But it's very classic because it's 2.5x the amounts, and people are much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's pay attention to this hand here. We're going to all in. And we're going to see at least one of the hands. That's the beautiful thing with the show table. Maybe we'll see both. Yeah, we'll get to see both. Let's see. All right. That's a straight draw and nut flush draw versus an overpair to the boards. And wait, no.
Interesting.
No, yeah, it's a chop, right? Yeah. Let's review this. So it's button 2.5x open, Bilus in, Ohio mark 3 bets to 11 bigs. And they're a little bit like 120 bigs total. 5-4-3 flop with a flush draw. Checks around. Is that common on the board like this for small blind to check after 3 betting?
Yeah, as far as I know, you're playing polarized on these boards. I think you can even create a jamming range on these wheel boards as the PFR. I'm not entirely sure about 3-5-4-3 because there's 6-7 is in range. And especially I was thinking like with the 3-bet and this is non-ante.
Yeah, non-ante.
Yeah, but also no break. So I suppose he will have even more 6x in range, like ace-6 suited normally falls to a 3-bet, but certainly calls without the rake. So not an amazing situation. I mean, on the turn at least, but yeah, checking flop, it's standard, I guess.
Somebody in the chat asked who's Bilus in. It's Pedro Toledo, Brazilian reg.
Oh, he's an ex colleague of mine. He's a good friend. Yeah, great guy. Great guy.
So in his hand here, what hands? Like, what's the main sizing and position that you're gonna bet, and what type of hands? Is it like third pots, and like pairs or what?
Yeah, I think people tend to choose in whatever they like, 25 or 33 or 40%, but small sizes definitely. You want to bet for protection all of your middle pairs. I mean, not all of them, but like mostly your range is a lot of pocket pairs, a lot of some 5x, some flush draws, some backdoor flushes, some air. Yeah, many bets for in position, and many check raises for out of position, obviously. Which is apparently the line that Ohio Mark was ready to take, I suppose.
Well, here actually it checked around on the flop.
Mm-hmm.
But I was curious about those ranges because also like I've been struggling with this in No Limit 50 right now, like what I play, and I've been playing a bunch now when those games weren't running here and I'm not streaming. It's the new trend. If people have an overpair here, they're almost always checking and then looking to check raise. It's like whereas before they never did it. Before they always bet their strong hands and check their air, so it was super easy. You would just can always bet third, and then now it's like every time I bet third, I get check raise. I'm like, are you joking me right now?
Which is actually really nice because if they don't check raise, then they are super capped and they don't have the overpairs almost anymore.
Yeah, but so how would you counter that? If people do that?
You would bet. I guess you would bet any hand that doesn't care about getting check raise. Like if you have Jack 9 of clubs here, you don't give a damn about getting raised, so you just bet all your air. If you're sure that he's going to check raise all the overpairs, you bet any air, just trying to get like a few folds from him. And if you get check raised, you just get it in with anything that can beat like an overpair, I suppose. Something like that, and tend to check more the hands that suffer the most from getting check raised, like pocket 7s, pocket 8s, some weaker flush draws that don't want to stack off on the flop, like don't want to stack off like 9-8 of hearts, for instance. So yeah, I don't mind betting any good flush draws that is going to stack off anyway, like king queen or ace jack or something.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would probably never bet the backdoor flush draws if I were sure that OP is going to check raise way too often.
Okay, so turn is 7 of diamonds. So now
Yeah.
any 6 is a straight, and Ohio Mark checks. Peterson bets half pots in position. Is that something like? Do you feel like on this SPR, on this run out, and like what we've seen so far, this is a bet that you would expect here, half pots?
Yeah, I don't really know, because the two contradicting factors are the double flush makes you want to usually bet bigger for for protection, and but at the same time it's a four-liner and he's almost the only one with 6x in range. Like, I mean, small blind doesn't really have 6x except pocket sixes sometimes. So two contradicting factors. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think it's kind of in between. I mean, Pedro is a really good player, so if he does it, and he must be right. But yeah, I would bet. I don't. I wouldn't know what to choose, what to pick myself. Honestly, between like 40 or 67.
You said
Something
like
like that.
small blind is mostly sixes, but what about ace 6 suited or 6-7 suited? Or you would have bet that?
I don't know if the small blind uses 6-7 suited. It should be extremely low frequency, but maybe without rake, it's better to 3-bet this hand. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't really know.
And
But
ace 6
but
suited
it's
could
for
3-bet,
sure.
right?
Yeah, I mean, in normal ranges, it doesn't really 3-bet so much from the small blind. So maybe in rake-free ranges, maybe. But I mean, it's still a better card for in position. Like small blind never has. Shouldn't really have like a lot of king 6 suited and ace 6 suited, or 6-7 or 5-6. Small blind doesn't have all the sets. I mean, he has sevens sometimes. Sixes rarely. So yeah.
And yeah, we see the check raise by Ohio Mark on the turn.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
So what is he repping now? Really, like it's 3-bet spree, check flop, and check raise turn on the 4-liner.
Yeah, it's excellent. I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, you obviously you're supposed to find some raises here. I would guess that they mostly come from flush draws, the occasional rare set that you have, and rare straight. Again, like, you really don't have that many, so I think you probably need to be careful with the frequencies of the overpairs. I'm not sure if all the overpairs are just good enough to stack off here. Honestly, I couldn't say.
It seems like Biluzin seemed to think so because he jammed and.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no, actually, he was the one with ace 10 of diamonds, yeah. And Ohio Mark?
Yeah, he was not.
Checking flop and then check raising turn on a 4-card straight. And
Interesting with the jack of diamonds, because yeah, I would assume that you would really like to not have any diamonds or hearts if you go for the check raise line here. But yeah, I guess when you take the check raise and you get jammed on, you're just in too deep and you just have to call it off, I suppose. But just because of all the flush draws that can be out there. But yeah, it's very interesting.
very sick hand right off the bat.
Yeah.
You see a lot of these, let me tell you. So, out of all the players at the table, how many of those are you familiar with? You can ask me if you don't know a nickname, by the way. I know, like,
yeah, I'm not really good with the poker who's who, so you're gonna have to to tell me. You certainly 100% know more about the players. I know Third Sandwich, who's a good friend. I know Beppe Bergomi, and I've already seen the other nicknames somehow, like Luca Brate, Luca Brate.
Yeah, Luca is Chris Nguyen.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Davy Jones, obviously, he's a legend. But I don't know Deep or Derp.
That's somebody called Seifold.
Okay. Yeah, maybe other nicknames that I've seen in the past or something. But again, I'm just a mid-stakes player. play with all these guys.
One of the best to ever do it.
Not yet.
No Frills Code asked, whom did Davy lose most of his leads to? In second place in the leaderboard is TaxHere, aka Kevin Paquet. So that's the guy in second place who's kind of closed the gap. Now they're 9 buy-ins apart. It was much more than that. I think it was 14 the day before. But Davy Jones.
And Davy is crushing it, right?
Yeah, but he went on now he lost a lot actually. Like he was up 300k and his BB per 100 was like 45. And then now after this downswing, his BB per 100 is finally normalizing a little bit. It's like 26.43 after 8.6 thousand hands.
8.6 in 8 days? 9 days? 9 days?
Today is day 10. So
day 10, yeah.
Well, actually, like, yeah, in 11 minutes, it'll be day 11. So yeah, really, it's like 10 full days. But actually, yeah, the update was this morning, technically. But yeah, he was up 300k. I think a lot of people were like, all right, well, there's not even any point. Like, this guy's just, he's not beatable. But finally, he bleeds somewhat, although he's still leading. Are you familiar with a bunch of these guys here showing on the leaderboards?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen all the... I've played with some of these guys when they were still playing mid-stakes on Stars a long time ago.
Like who?
Like 464, Silamano, but Sunny 92. Yes, and Gale a long time ago. Yeah. I was just railing the tables when they were playing also.
We got Full or Die Trying.
Kayan Mock also.
Full or Die Trying yesterday was on the stream. That's Art Papazian.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not personally, but yeah.
And then that's our buddy, Mr. Sandwich. Actually, not running too hot. EV-wise is up 2 buy-ins, but result-wise, down 1.5. So he's under EV in terms of actual results. Yeah. But he's in the race for one of the prizes. It's top 5 gets prizes, so hopefully he can climb up.
Nice.
Sherry Sweet, I think, played his first hands yesterday or before yesterday, and well, small sample, but decent win rate. Would be interesting to see if he hops back in there.
Is this updated in real time?
So it gets updated every day, like morning CET. Yeah, Prodigy, actually, we were talking about this before this challenge, by the way. You told me like this is going to be nice to see if Prodigy sun run the previous challenge and like what he can do this time.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely. It's extremely interesting. Will be extremely interesting to see.
He's been struggling a lot more. He's up not even 1 bind. I think he's been going down, then back up, and now kind of like back down. And after 6.5k hands, he's up 6k.
6,000 hands.
Actual result minus 42k. So he's basically 5 binds on the EV currently.
Yeah, tough.
Limitless. In there. Barak is in there too. Not actually. Well, I feel like he played most of his volume earlier because I haven't seen him in a while. Biluzin also. Becky, Yolan Cohen, who was on the stream a bunch of times. Yesterday, Yolan was on the stream while playing. Very sick. And Linus at the bottom.
Linus. Oh, wow. That's a tough minus 20 binds almost for Linus in 15k hands. Oh.
Well, actually, he's down 24 bind. Yeah, that's actually sick.
Oh, yeah, 24. Sorry.
In EV wise, minus 185. Like it's been tough, and I haven't seen him at the minute, so I don't know if he's still trying and playing. Hopefully, we'll see him get back in the mix. Always fun to see him. This one, by the way, has more entrants. I think we're up to like 62 maybe, and the previous one. I mean, I don't know if some names got removed because they had too few hands. But in the final leaderboard of the first Cash Game World Championship, I think he was like 43 at the end, and now it's like 60 plus already for this one. So there is more players.
Nice. Well, that's really cool.
Yeah. Scradas in the chat says, watch him last night and Prodigy lost 3-4 huge pots, so he might be on red color now. Hopefully he keeps trying. One of the most fun players that has been super nice with the stream as well, always dropping by and sharing his thoughts on hands.
And we talked about the hi Mark. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, that's his nickname, I think, on most websites.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good marketing for Linus to finish last, says Zoni. Yeah, I don't think he thinks like that.
Advertising money. 40%.
Imagine the heads-up action he will get. Well, the fact that Linus was already finding heads-up action tells me he doesn't need to build any image in some no-limit 10K, which for him, according to a lot of players, is micro stakes to get more heads-up games, you know?
Kind of, yeah.
Unless you think that some players that play way lower than what Linus usually play, now suddenly are going to be like, all right, this guy's washed up, I'll play him at stakes 10 times higher than my usual heads up. Yeah, good luck to them.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as saying that Linus is washed up, but you know.
Skra says, isn't Ohimark brother of Davy, or I just made it up? I think maybe you remember...
Sevens. Interesting.
The nickname of Davy was Mance Raider.
Yeah.
He was in the mid-stakes championship.
It's right here, yeah.
Yo, Stuck in Micros, what's up? Evening. We need to have you on the stream at some point, my man. Catch up a little bit. I just played the No Limit 50 session from hell. I instantly lost 3 vines. And I was quite irritated. Then I climbed out of the hole.
Oh, you can think of Linus with the minus 24 vines at 10K now, and you
a multi-millionaire. Yeah, I bet he's real rustled. Yeah, printing all year and then like losing at what is micro stakes for him. I'm sure he can't sleep right now. First world problems.
You still haven't seen him, by the way?
You mean on the stream?
Or in real life?
Well, in real life, no. Not in a while. Not ever since I ran randomly into him in Vienna. But on the stream, he did respond to me when I asked him about coming on. And he said that if he did well, he would consider it. Unfortunately, seems very unlikely now for sure. I think if he was at least like, you know, in the, let's say like top 10, top 5, maybe I would have followed up and asked. But I feel like when the player is losing, I kind of want to leave them completely alone because you don't really know like how they're feeling.
Yeah, sure. It would be really cool to have him discuss poker, because I mean he's such a very private guy. Yeah.
We need to have Davy for sure. Considering how he's doing, it seems likely.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see that hand here. It's blind versus blinds and 3-bet pots. And Peterson just flopped it. Luca checks. He check raises small against a very tiny bet. Very interesting.
Yeah. Against the no rake and with the small open and small 3-bet, I imagine that a small blind is pretty wide.
A small 3-bet? It's 2.5x into 9 big blinds. And we are 111 big blinds deep.
Yeah, sure, but I mean it's rake free and like 9 big blinds. I think you can be pretty wide here. Like probably never folding 9-7 suited and stuff like that. And so small blind is supposed to have more flushes on monotone boards. I think you can also have leading ranges on some monotone boards. Maybe not this one exactly, because here IP still retains some high card flushes. But yeah, still a pretty good board for the small blind overall, given that big blind is polarized and has more offsuit combos. And
his check raise is super small, so is he just trying to make like all the pure air hands fold?
yeah, I think that's the point. Yeah, and so you can use some. I mean, you have all the natural bluffs, of course, like 6-7 and stuff like that. You can have like some pairs, pocket pairs with a spade. You can use some 8x because the sizing, allows you to check raise quite wide. Some 8x, some 5x, like ace 5, ace 4, ace 3. Some pocket 3s and pocket 4s probably benefit a lot from check raising because you get to realize more easily. It's not really sexy to call down with pocket 4s, even with a spade. Lots of hands, I think. And no need to raise big if you just want to make the air indifferent.
And then he gets the ace on the turn. Is that the perfect card to kind of continue betting, do you think?
Doesn't look like a great card to me. Because, I mean, you don't have 3-4, right? So it's sure, you're going to check raise some ace queen offsuit, although you're also going to 4-bet a lot. So you have some ace jack off, I guess, at in a rake free game. You will have ace 8, ace 5, ace 3, ace 4, but these hands, they probably just prefer to check call. I don't think they want to barrel so polar. No, it doesn't look like a great card to me. That's probably why he's betting rarely and polarized, I assume. So he's just repping a set or a flush at this point. I think that's pretty much the bottom of value range. I don't know exactly what it is, but probably ace 8. Or ace 5. Ace 5, yeah. Ace 5 is probably strong enough, I guess.
So built-in calls and then 9 of clubs on the river. And he goes for it and he runs into it. Very sick. Sometimes poker is easy, isn't it? Just 3-bet the king 10 suited flop. The second nut flush and somebody decides to put some pressure on at the wrong time.
Easy life for the big blind, obviously, but the 5-6 play is very interesting. I don't know. I cannot say if turn play is a thing, but I mean, obviously, you need to find bluffs, and you need to. I think polarizing makes a lot of sense with his range. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if blocking ace 5 and 5s is really relevant, to be honest. If it's, I mean, ace 5, yeah, I guess, but blocking 5s is irrelevant given that big blind should never have it. Blocking 6, 7 occasionally, yeah, I guess. Interesting. I mean, once you barrel the turn, I guess you're in too deep on the river because in position we'll still have the king 7 offsuit, king 6 offsuit, and that hand class. If you check, of course, these hands are always jamming into you. So I guess if you decide to barrel the turn and you get a brickish river, you're in too deep and you just have to go for it. I'm just curious about the turn play. Interesting. I mean, I see plenty of other combos that you can use. So I don't know if you need to use this one. Like I see pocket 4s, pocket 3s, 5-4, 6-7, obviously, natural bluff. So I don't know if you need to dig that deep, but might be perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep up with chat. Mike J Music asked if we could show the leaderboard. He didn't say the magic word, but I'll humor you quickly and go back over it. Davy's still in the lead, but he went on a 7 binds downswing. So I guess the race opens back up for those next place players. Now a 9 binds difference between him and second place only. It was 14 yesterday, I believe. Voidemet's getting up there. Llama in 4th place. That's what I'm talking about. And yes, Sonny, 800 hands, 50 BB per 100, 40K. Life is good. We got a couple new names getting in there. Linus still at the bottom, unfortunately. And yeah, we haven't seen him at the minute. Curious which one of these guys will continue playing. I think Beppe is currently playing. I mean, it's 10 binds, right? That's the thing. It's only 10 binds, but it's 100K. That's the part that's harder to look at,
I mean, it's literally nothing. 5,000 hands.
I love how Scry says, I was about to say that CBET 12% is clearly provocative. It feels like it's the right number in retrospect, but that's maybe because like we're result oriented. We look at the hand he had because you're meant to bet small, right, on this board.
Yeah,
the question is how small.
To bet small. Yeah, 12 is a little bit exotic, I would say, but yeah, why not? I mean,
yeah, one big blind would be too small, right? There was 18 big blinds, right? So one big blind is too small. Maybe he thought, all right, well, 5 or 4 seems too big, so I'll just go 2.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Well, hi, Mark. Who was the 6-5? Who had the 6-5 suited?
Chris Nguyen.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what induced him. He maybe thought that he was betting too much for this size or something, and he just decided to take this race pure instead of mixing or something. I don't know.
We got Davy in a hand here
with a 3-bet pot as well. Nice queen. Okay. These show tables are really cool.
Have you ever played on them?
No. Never play on coin.
I think they have them on every stake.
I hope I will join the next if they do it again, because they're going to do it again this year. But if they do it again, the mid stakes version, then I'll do everything I can to not miss it this year.
Yeah, I actually watched today, the Mechanics of Poker podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Today I watched the episodes where the guys that played in the Mid-Stakes Championship, they were on it basically and kind of like telling how it went for them and then about their journey in poker. It was super interesting. And I was extremely impressed with the edits because usually when Wako does a podcast, it's him, a guest, and then I think it's like a coach.
The mental coach.
Yeah, exactly, that guy. Whereas like now it's like 5 players, but basically what they did is they interviewed them with the same questions separately, and then they put all of the answers back to back. So it's mega smooth. Like the guy has the question, it's like answer. There is never any downtime. I was really super impressed with the way this was edited and just put together.
Yeah, I have to check it out. I didn't watch it, but I mean, he's doing a great job, the Wako, with his pods. But you had it many times, right?
Yeah, he's been on the stream a bunch of times. And like some of these guys, by the way, have 6 stories. Like Sherry Sweet, he was like, he had a 20K roll and he lost everything down to his last $120. And then he played No Limit 10 to $300. Then he played No Limit 25 and he built that into a few thousands. Like he rebuilt from $120.
Nice.
Like, oh my God. Like
that's cool. That's the stories we want.
Yeah, no, that's
really cool.
That's so sick.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we don't hear anymore. Everyone talks about their freaking morning routines and shit.
Yeah.
We want to hear people going broke and then rebuilding from $100. That's old school poker. That's really cool. Are we gonna see our friend play a hand, or is he just folding range?
It seems like some players left, by the way. Like,
yeah, all the tables dying, or is it just this one?
They might break. It's like sometimes 1 or 2 player leaves, and then suddenly they're like, all right, well, there isn't enough to justify playing anymore. Because like right now, it's heads up on both tables, but heads up doesn't count towards the challenge. So there's really like not much point. If you want to play for the challenge, then No point. Oh, actually, wait. We have on this table, Sandwich is not sat out, and Davy tells him that there's another table with Ohio Mark. That would be the shortest stream ever if they just go off now.
That's sad. No other tables running?
There is one with 3 players, but it's the same ones. So I assume like if they go down to one table, it will almost certainly break. But it's like those 2. Gildian asked in the chat, what's the video you are talking about called? It's the Mechanics of Poker podcast on YouTube. And it's the episodes about the mid-stakes championship. It's 3 separate episodes where they interview the players that played in it. I applied for the Mechanics of Poker CFP, but they declined me. Understandably, though, I played too low. Actually, Wako talked about a new thing as like an ad, so to speak, right? Like during the podcast, he was talking about something called League Buster, I believe. So it seems like they have a new thing to like almost like a different. I don't know if it's like a coaching thing, but yeah. Next time we'll have him on, I'll ask him about it.
I don't know how he's doing it these days. I know that in the past he used to have CFP, coaching for profits. But I think for the past few years now he's just doing sort of like annual applications or something. So I don't know how the formula works exactly. But yeah, I mean, for anyone interested, you can just get in touch. But I don't know what kind of requirements he's asking for.
Yeah.
States you must be playing and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, next time he joins the stream, I'm going to ask all details so the good people can find out about it properly. Oh, it seems like the tables are breaking. We're down to 2 tables.
Ah, that's pretty sad. All right. I mean, let's maybe we're gonna have one very interesting pot here. Let's be optimistic.
This one's the table without show, unfortunately, so we wouldn't see much unless it goes to showdown completely.
So this was a 3-bet, right? So
yeah, Mike. It's called League Buster, I believe.
I think Davy's gonna bet very big or check here if he bets.
Yeah, I googled it. Mechanics League Buster. You'll find the page. Props to a high mark, by the way, for playing some last second heads up against Davy. Like most people wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's ballsy. I like it. Awesome.
Scra says there's video about League Buster on Waco's page with some student, 2 hours long. Oh, okay, I need to watch that. Was it interesting, Scra? JT Diamond in the chat says, "Let's go, Sid."
Hey guys. So what was it? Just checked down, right?
I didn't see. Wait, was it right side or left side?
Right side.
Okay, I'll replay it. So this is a button 2.5x open, 3 bets by the Ohio Mark 11.
I saw it checked to the turn, and then I didn't see the play.
So turn, they still checked around river deuce, and Davy bet, and Ohio Mark called with the jack. Trapped.
Okay, 67, and he just bluff cashes. Yeah, okay, standard. Yeah, on these triple Broadway boards, heads up, you're actually playing polarized.
Wait, what?
You're out of position.
Somebody that... Wait, I've never seen that name. Everybody left. He's just Davy left at the table, and some guy that I've never seen. Wait, is he even in the leaderboard? He's not.
Well, that's...
What the...
I mean, anyone can play, right? These days.
Yeah, it's open.
Yeah, it's open, right?
This guy picked the most interesting timing.
Cool. All right. Well, that's a half pot C bet. It's already slightly interesting. It's quite uncommon to use 50% sizes. And suddenly our friends are sitting back in. So maybe they know who that is.
I'm going to ask on Discord.
Free Jesus seat for hi Mark. Yeah, possibly.
We don't know. We don't know who it is.
We don't know. I don't know. We don't know.
It's just interesting. Like out of the blue, everybody's leaving, and then this dude is like, you know what? Davy Jones sat at no limit 10K. I think I'll take my shot.
Okay, checking back King 8 sounds completely reasonable, so that doesn't say much, I guess, but completely standard. But the 50% flop was.
Sharky says he's gonna grim Davy, and the bum hunt Rex disappear again. Wait, Orny Holdman, who is this? Wait, he's not even in the leaderboard too. What?
Oh, man.
These guys that have never played in the challenge. I'm gonna ask on Discord as well.
Huh. Hey, at least we have some action.
Dude, I thought the stream was over, but I guess.
Yeah. At least one full table now, so it's pretty cool. Let's see what he does on this.
Oh, that's Alex.
Leaderboard.
Alex Trevalion. I don't know how to say his name.
Oh, yeah. Trevalion, I think. Super cool last name if it's the real one, by the way.
I think that's his first hands. Yeah, I don't see him in the leaderboards yet.
Okay, it's like 60% C-bet.
Oh, it's the no-show table.
Ah, sad. That's sad. Wait, we might still see a showdown anyway. I don't think Davy is much of a folder anyway, so.
Classic Davy race, probably with Queen 10 suited. That would be so funny if you're like exactly on point.
Yeah.
But it's stuff that he's been doing too. Oh, it gets jammed on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the first table is supposed to be... Okay, it's actually an interesting scenario. Because usually when you start playing, you have to do a show table. But now maybe the first player didn't know, so he joined this table, and then that's the one that filled up. But to make sure we have show tables, usually the rule is that like the first table you join is a show table.
Yeah, but the way he said Trevin call, so it means that...
Yeah, he's trying to tell them that kind of like what I just explained, that they have to play show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a bit unlucky for us, for sure. It's like night and day, right? Like, table without show, you'll see like almost nothing. Table with show, you see everything.
Yeah, especially in these games. Definitely, you don't have that many hands going to showdown. I'd be curious to know if third sandwich plays some leads on this board.
Yeah, there's a table with Sandwich and Davy Jones called No Anti Show 3, so we'll see if they join.
Nice.
Yeah, that was unexpected. There are 4 people on show already. Wait, what? Oh, so that means, okay. Oh no, it's not 4, it's 3. No fake info, please, Cry. I thought I missed the table. Yeah, I have that table. I guess I can put it on the next two. Yeah, it's very strange. The action is like completely random this time. It almost seems as if like they're dodging me a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I mean it's curious in the evening, right? I mean,
yeah.
isn't it supposed to be the prime time where?
Yeah, no, it's not somehow. Like the games were running for hours. So I'm like, all right, let's go live at 8-ish, and then like literally as I'm about to go live, the games die. And then we go.
At the same time,
and the game starts.
Really make a lot of...
the game starts, we go live, and then they stop again.
Yeah.
They don't like being streamed, man.
I don't think for you it doesn't make a lot of sense to stream in the European mornings or something, right? Anyway.
Yeah, well, it depends. Actually, initially, every day, like Linus was starting to play at like 8 a.m. up until either like 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. And then there was a lot of tables and games running then. So then I switched my sleep schedule. Going to the challenge, I really thought this was going to be like last time, afternoon and late evening. So I changed my sleep schedule for that. And then literally the first few days is Linus starting at 8 a.m. every day. And I'm like, oh my God, like I got to change my schedule again.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, for the viewers, do you really have a lot of viewers at 8 in the morning in your? I mean, I guess you will have some late night Americans, and
I mean, if that's when the games are running, it's still like the time that I should stream. Probably the thing is like it's harder to find guests, but for viewers, there's still VODs, right? They can still load up the VOD later. It's not like there is like 12 hours of content daily to catch up to and watch. So if it's just 2 hours, I can still just watch the VOD.
Yeah, it's true. To find people to invite in the poker playing industry at 8 in the morning is not an easy task.
Yeah. Yeah, somehow it's much easier to find guests to be on in the evening.
So that was a flop check raise, I think. Nice. What is the subathon?
The subathon is like, you say you're going to do a 24-hour stream, and then like for every however many subs that you get, you extend the time. So it's just like you basically, you're trying to milk maximum like subscribers and all that. It's very common on Twitch. I've never done one, just so you know. So
nice. That's a bricky river for the. If I read the action correctly and third sandwich check raise the flop, then that's gonna be, I don't know, lots of give ups and then some shoves and interesting.
Stuck in Michael says you could do one on your leaderboard grinds, Johan.
True. Now that you have the official streamer tag.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's my. I don't like long streams either. Like the older I get, the less I want to do this type of stuff.
How long do you stream usually when you play GG?
Really short. Yeah, I think I try not to have long sessions anymore. Whether it's same with games. Like even video games, I don't want to do like 10 hours or something. It's just it's not that good.
Yeah, 10 hours sounds really brutal.
Oh, I did it a lot in the past, but nowadays I don't know. I don't like it anymore. Unless I'm like, if I'm fixing my sleep schedule, that's one of the best ways to do it, because you kind of see like the time flies and you don't feel as tired as like if you were to do more tiring stuff like chores, whatever, or going around the city.
Yeah. It sounds pretty tiring to me to play and stream for 10 hours in a row, but
I think without mic. I mean, like without mic or cam or whatever.
Oh, you're not like you're not.
So you're just gaming, like you almost forget that you're streaming. That's gaming.
Makes sense.
Okay, nice. Second table running with 5 players. At least that's one show.
So you don't know who horny old man is?
Oh, it's Alex Trev, right?
Oh yeah, no, sorry, you said that. So you don't know who Cao Zhuoge is?
Cao Zhuoge. No, I don't know who it is. I will ask again.
Oh. Whoa! Wow. Can we watch this?
Which one? Left
again, maybe? Oh no, right side. There was a 4x spot river shove.
Yes, sir.
I saw it right.
So this is only Holdman opens cutoff, Davy Jones flats button, sandwich flats, big blinds, queen jack 8, check, small bets. Aren't you supposed to check a ton? Like one of my friends, he's like very good with theory, and he was like, when you're in a sandwich like this, check everything.
Yeah. I mean, betting might be a thing here, but if it is, it's super freaking low frequency. Your range is completely crushed by the button here. The big blind is never supposed to bet. and like literally ever, because he's by far the one with the weakest range in these three-way pots. Cutoff usually can, I mean, the open raiser in general can usually do some betting, but this board looks really ugly for a horny old man. So I assume it must be extremely low frequency. And I don't know if you want to bet this small, because I don't see what it accomplishes too much. But yeah.
So we do see a check raise from big blinds.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think his check raising range is like here?
Well, the thing is, you have to be super careful, I suppose, in big blind's shoes here, because you have so many hands to choose from. You have like the king nine offsuit, the 9-7, 10-7, and all of that stuff, like ace 10 offsuit. I mean, just so many that when you pick your bluffs, you really need to somehow manage to keep your frequencies in check, more or less. Then, I mean, intuitively, obviously, value is queen jack, queen eight, jack eight, and 10-9. Also, jack eight, probably not that often, honestly, but yeah. But yeah, mostly around 10-9. He has all the 10-9 offsuited, all the 10-9 suited probably doesn't squeeze very, very often. So yeah.
So we see a call, jack on the turn, sandwich checks, horny old man checks back, 6 of diamonds on the river, and sandwich jams.
Yeah, open jams. Yeah, that's excellent. I think it's awesome, because he has he retains all the queen jack off, he retains pocket ace, he retains jack eight, everything he check raises on the flop. He still has 10-9. IP is super condensed towards a lot of overpairs, a lot of ace queen, a lot of king queen, queen 10, queen 9, jack 10, of course, ace jack and stuff. So it's, yeah, love it. I think it's great. It's just very unfortunate, but I think it's, yeah, but it looks to me by far.
They just run into it this time.
By far the best play, honestly. I think it's looks amazing.
Maybe you can send him some.
But a very nice check back. I mean, intuitive check back, but very nice check back from horny old man, of course. If you know you're against someone who's able to be aggressive on the river, then obviously you need to check this back sometimes, and you don't accomplish much if you. I mean, you of course it makes sense to have bets on the turn, but just this hand is obviously the most beautiful trap. So yeah.
Maybe you can send him some encouraging words after this brutal $10,000 loss.
I mean, I hope he's not checking his phone at the same time, but just not gonna do it to not challenge him to. I hope he doesn't. He's not texting at the same time. No, but I mean, I wish him the best. I know this this challenge. I mean, this stepping up means a lot to him, as for everyone else, obviously. But I'm saying that, guys that are here for such a long time, like Davy and TaxHere and all of these guys, they're in familiar territory. It's not. They don't really have much to prove anymore. So for the newcomers, let's say, it's much more important to make a difference and hopefully not run too bad this month.
I wonder who this guy is. That's NFT, right? The avatar.
Yeah, I've seen this thing before. Yeah.
Isn't it like the Bored Ape or something? It's like Bored Ape, Degen Ape. I never got into the NFTs, but just I heard his name, so I was like, this is the silliest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The pudgy penguins or whatever.
Would be nice to see a showdown from this guy, so we can.
Yeah. So far, what we've seen seems somewhat standard.
Yeah.
I want to know if he's a reg. I want to know if he has auto reload on. Queen, queen 10.
Yeah, I mean, still a pretty good board for small blind. You can have lots of barrels here. Checks. Okay.
Sandwich goes small, quarter in position.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely the play.
Ooh, and Llama is joining some tables. He joins the other table and he joins 2 tables heads up with Davy. So those tables might fill up if anybody else feels like sitting with those 2.
We're going to see a check, shove, and a call here. Interesting that he tanks so much on this river before checking.
Wow.
Intuitively, I don't think this is river we want to.
Not what I expected.
Much. King 10, yeah, very standard, and ace king. But it's very interesting that he thought for a very long time before checking the river. And this is not like a timeout because he's playing one table, I assume. So
he bricked everything, man. Too many outs. Where's the royal when you need it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is nothing else to do really on the river. I don't see this river as a beating spot. I mean, it might be wrong, of course, but I don't think this river changes anything. Interesting, he goes for the half pot again. What we've seen when he played Ace Jack X heads up against Davy. No, I don't think you want to check raise turn with Ace King suited. I think it's way too strong, and also it's the suit of the queen, if I recall correctly. So you're not even removing the 20 queens from.
It's queen 10 of clubs, and he has ace king of clubs.
Yeah,
and then there's
exactly.
queen of spades.
Might be a little bit different if it was if the queen was offsuit, but yeah, no, I think it's way just you're ahead of many bluffs and of some bluffs, not that many, but yeah.
Wait, Llama left. What? He just sat, he played a couple hands and bounced. Short and sweet. That was sudden. I feel like if somebody's going to play one table, I almost wish we could see that little phone icon, you know, like meaning they're playing on their mobile.
Ah, yeah, that would be nice.
The rock style. I love that.
I think everyone should be forced to play on their phones.
Once in a while, yeah. I had a doctor's appointment recently, and then you know how it is at the doctors, they always make you wait extra. So like, you know what? Let me load up a couple tables. And then, of course, when it gets interesting, I'm like, instead of 3 hands, they're like, yeah, come on in. I'm like, God damn it.
Nothing to do, they make you wait for hours, and as soon as you have good tables, obviously.
Yeah. I'm like 3-betting on 3 different hands. They're like, yeah, come on in. And then I'm on my phone entering the doctor's office. Just like, what is this degenerate doing?
Well, that's very fast action here, right?
Hot bet.
I really
On the
don't
river.
know who this guy is. Run your investigation, Johan. You are the network master in.
Yeah, nobody answered me, so I'm guessing they don't know.
I'm seeing quite a few hints here with the timings and the sizings that he uses. I mean, it's might not be enough to say that he's 100% back, but yeah.
Blikus says I've had to abandon so many chess games on mobile in those situations. It's ridiculous. They're tanking your ELO.
They should set a handicap. Like Davy should play on his phone. Should be forced to play on his phone. Only one tabling and having to switch to several different phones to play multi-tables or something. So maybe the other players would be a little bit more equal.
Imagine if he still cooks.
He should be forced to cook at the same time or something, or to play drunk.
Crash says, funny story. Once I've been in small paper store and I heard sound of poker stars from the laptop. This sound I can recognize instantly. Yeah.
This is better than your alarm in the morning.
I hate that sound. It's so stressing.
You can turn them off, but then you time out a lot, so I don't know what's best.
All right, another half.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see a showdown here. Come on. Oh, hi, Mark. Entertain us, please.
Jack 8 of clubs one time.
Call down 10 Jack.
Ooh. All of it. I think he's got it.
All the bananas.
He's got it, right?
All the bananas.
Oh,
I mean, the half pot bet in this sequence looks so weak that it's so tempting to jam here. I mean, maybe
call.
High Mark knows.
Ay. Oh my God.
He's up against, but
a set against the nut flush. Oh, High Mark running hot.
Oh, he had it. Okay, so he had it.
And unfortunately, we lose one player.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Okay, I think we have the confirmation then.
Let me replay that. So, okay, this was an overcall, yeah, so...
Well, I think we have the confirmation.
Dworga flatted sevens in the small blind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, High Mark defended suited ace of diamonds. Flop checks around, he turns the nut flush draw. And then Dworga is like, oh, well, I got a set, I might as well bet here. It's one caller, which ends up, filling up on the river with the nuts. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, the nut flush, not the straight flush. But it's good enough jams for all of it. And Dworga, a non-believer.
Yeah. Pretty sad river, but...
Oh, High Mark runs so hot.
New player here as well? Or...
Yeah, Monkey.
Monkey 14 something.
Wait, shouldn't they start more tables then if there's enough players? Oh, these guys really want a 2 table. I mean, they might have tables from elsewhere, like other games running as well.
Sure, actually.
Okay, no, I don't see anything. Because on coin there is like actually like no limit 20k and 40k. And sometimes you check those tables and it's like some of these sickos are playing like heads up at the same time.
Is it running right now?
No. Like right now it's empty.
But all the 10K tables, they count towards the challenge, right? As long as it's not heads up.
Yeah, I mean, they say they're literally called, like you can see at the top.
Yeah, CGWC.
Yeah, exactly. No limit 10K, and then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But heads up doesn't count. You have to be at least 300.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's a good rule. Otherwise, it would be just way too easy to pump up the volume if you agree with someone to just play 4 tables heads up all day. Then,
Yeah.
What are the requirements are not about volume, right? For the
20K hands if you want to be eligible for one of the prizes. And then
okay.
Top 5 gets prizes. It's the first place is a 35K Rolex. Second place, 17.5. Then 15, 12.5, and then 10K for fifth.
Yeah, but this is about EV winnings. It's not about
that's
volume,
EV.
right? Yeah. Okay.
And
it's
then
not about volume. Like no one cares if you play 21,000 hands or 100,000 hands. It's the same, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's as long as you do 20K hand, you're eligible. That's it.
Okay.
Which is interesting for Davy because when looking at his volume, it feels like he's on track to hit like very close to exactly 20K by the end of the challenge. But usually, if you pull very far ahead, there is real incentive to stop playing, right? Because of the Rolex ICM. Like it's been a real thing in the past. Whereas like now he still would have to play because I think he tried to not play probably like too many tables or like too insane volume to just like kind of be sharp when he's playing. So we'll have to see.
Sure, would make some sense, I guess. I mean, on the other hand, I don't know if Davy is really preoccupied about a Rolex, but more about the the game itself and the glory, let's say.
Yeah.
But, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, and he really wants this watch, but
probably not for the watch itself, but more so as like a trophy.
no,
I feel
for
like
the
right?
glory, for the trophy, the trophy. Yeah, sure.
Like people always talk about like the World Series bracelets and stuff. I actually don't think those bracelets are like pretty at all, but it's just like the trophy itself and what it means to win one. That's what people really want.
Of course, yeah. That would be the first 4-bet pot of the evening. Gets called.
No. And just folded, Mr. Warhammer.
Okay.
The price for first is 3.5 binds. Yeah. It's the bragging rights though.
Mm-hmm. Definitely the bragging rights.
I hope to see Prodigy make a resurgence. I think it'd be cool to have him back up there as like one of the contenders.
I want to know if he's wearing the watch
while playing.
While going to the supermarket. Depends on where he lives, I guess.
I think in London. So they probably don't wear it.
Depends. Depends where. Yeah. If he's in Chelsea, then it's fine.
HDP asks, don't you think the hand requirements is too low? Like variance should be huge within 20K hands. Well, considering the duration, I guess you can probably answer that better, but it's 28 days, precisely 4 weeks, and 20K hands. That's a lot of hours of play. Like even if you, and also like it's not like you can play 10 tables either.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of hands because you need to play. I mean, you need to play most of the time. You can't just play 2-3 tables. So if you could play 6 tables constantly, it would be extremely easy, I guess, to play 20,000 hands.
How long time do you need, do you think, to play 20K hands if you're 3-tabling normal table, like not fast tables?
So let's say you play 70 hands per hour or something on a normal table. Depends on the site. I mean, coin looks quite fast, like PokerStars style a little bit. So maybe 70, 75 hands per hour. 3 tables, that's 220, 235. I mean, yeah, something like that. No, 225, sorry. 225. So we need, I don't know, 90 hours or something in a month. Yeah. I mean, that's not...
That sounds very low, actually.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I would expect way longer. I wonder actually, like, what exactly is the speed that they play at? right? In this, because like sometimes they do take their time. It's not like they're tanking for ages, like in those MTTs or whatever, where people are trying to ladder up or like make the money. But for sure, those guys are like thinking players. It's not like, you know, people snap clicking at micros or anything.
Yeah, but the site is pretty fast, right? Like it looks quite fluid, and you don't have all the like the GG animations and stuff that slow you down. So. I mean, yeah, about the variance over 20,000 hands. Variance is also huge. Over 25,000 hands. So at some point you just need to to find a number, I guess, to pick one, because there's always going to be a the luck factor that will not change much between 20 or 30,000 hands, honestly. And it's not like you can table select in this game. It's not like you can select the times of the day that are more fishy or something.
Yeah. So it's really tough.
Oh, dude won.
Sam says, honestly, the way people talk about London is so tilting. It's a big city in the Western world with millions and millions of people. So, of course, there is some crime. I know. I mean, my comments was lighthearted. But yeah, when you see London, when you see London in the news, it's not painted in the best picture, obviously. And also, I generally think in today's world, wearing a 50K watch, like unless you're living in like Dubai or something, or like the safe places on earth, you probably shouldn't do it, you know? Not that I've ever had this problem. Like,
we don't have these issues yet, Johan, but
I think even like Vienna's pretty safe. I even think like if I had a 50K watch, I still probably wouldn't wear it in Vienna.
No, I mean, then there's also the meaning. Let's say, like, does it really make sense to wear a 50K watch? But without even talking about that, I wouldn't try it out in any place in the world, let's say.
HTP says, if you were playing this challenge, how would you balance the study/play routine?
I mean, I don't think these guys, I don't know. You can answer it if you want, but I don't. So.
Bro, I'm a No Limit 50 player. How am I going to answer this?
I'm just a mid-stakes player as well.
You're much closer to them than I am, man.
I don't think these guys are studying. I mean, it's like I would see these events like a performance for an athlete or something. You know, you prepare off season, and then there's a play season, and during the play season, you're not you did the work before, right? Now you need to just sleep and play the best you can and be rested, and it's definitely 100% play. Definitely.
I mean, it depends who. I thought I heard Lama say last time that he looks up at a lot of spots daily.
Yeah, sure. I mean, sure. I suppose they review some hands and they try to get a few reads eventually on.
But that's studying, no? Is that what studying is?
Okay, I didn't understand it like that, but to me, studying is more about like refining your strategy, or like changing really your in-game strategy. If studying is just reviewing 30 minutes, a couple of spots to start your day or to end your day, then okay, fine.
I don't know if I misheard, but I thought Lama said he looks at 100 spots sometimes on some days. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds insane.
So I don't know if he meant like before that or like during the challenge, but he does seem like he's fascinated by the game for sure, and he's done him well actually. Like leaderboard wise, he's currently in 4th place with 94K in EV. It's a very steady grind, and already on 10K hands too. By the way, on day 10. Is exactly on course to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, he's ahead, right? Because it's 28 days.
Yeah, still a long way, honestly. I mean, 1/3 of the challenge.
Yeah, technically now we're day 11, right? For 48 minutes, but actually no. Wait, it was 1 a.m. that it started. Okay, so we're almost a day.
You started at 1 on the first day.
Yeah, because I don't know why they always do like UTC. which is like UK time.
Mhm.
So it was 1 a.m. CET.
Yeah.
Duty in the mix.
Do they have another show table, or those are the only two tables
Yeah,
running?
it's the only 2 tables running currently. Did you already play today, by the way, or you were gonna play later?
No, I didn't play today. I was studying and doing other stuff. Yeah. Nope. No. It's no. I will feel too bad playing after seeing what I'm seeing right now.
HTTPS, since you are mid-stakes players, at what stakes does pool start to play theory?
What do you think?
He's asking you. I play peasant stakes.
He said mid-stakes players, so I think he's asking
Well, he's
us.
under the
but-
impression I play higher than I do.
I don't think. I mean, I don't really know what to say. I don't know what you really mean by playing theory. If you mean like playing more like, I don't know, more being more knowledgeable about the game in general, then I mean, I think, and okay, that was maybe interesting, but we'll get back to it. The one is getting better these days. I mean, I see some even some guys in my stable or some students that play like very small stakes. I mean, the games you're playing 50 and 100, right? Not 50 100, NL 50 and NL 100 you're on, right?
Yeah, just not with 50.
Just 50, yeah. These stakes, I mean, even when you showed me a couple of hands, like some people look like they play solid, honestly.
Remember when I showed you
mean,
my
solid.
biggest punt?
I mean, they know more about the game than some people that were playing in L200 5 years ago. That's what
but
I mean sometimes.
remember when I showed you like how I punted with the ace-5 off?
Yeah. This one
I literally showed you my worst hand I've ever played.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the worst hand ever, but
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
You got a little bit excited pre-flop, let's say.
Interesting that it's only 2 tables.
Dude one also, yeah. All of these guys that were playing on stars all the time before, in the past and nowadays, fortunately, you don't see that many on stars anymore.
You know Enlight?
No.
Is Zas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked him to come on stream, but unfortunately he's not available. But he's a really fun guy. He was on before, and like he's always, out of all the players, I think he's the one that chats the most in like a really funny way.
We're seeing a big one on the left here. If no, okay, it's a fold. Oh, nice. Turning the tens into a bluff.
A cheeky bluff.
That's pretty cool. Was UTG hijack?
I'll replay it.
Yeah.
So yeah, low jack versus hijack. Yeah. 2.2, 7 bigs, call. King jack 6, small, continue. He calls turn queen, checks around, and he jams river with the blocker straight.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And blocker flush.
Yeah, mostly blocker flush, I think. I'm not sure. The straight checks back the turn too often, honestly. However, the main checkbacks are queen 10 suited, queen 10 of diamonds, king 10 of diamonds sometimes. And yeah, I mean, I see ace 10 and 9-10 of diamonds eventually checking back sometimes. So it definitely looks like a premium blocker. But it's really cool because you don't, I mean, this is obviously the play, and I'm not surprised that he finds it. But this is an interesting spot where, for instance, at small stakes and stuff, people might know that this is a bluff, but would never or almost never use the all-in size.
Yeah.
They would bluff for 67 or something, or maybe pot, or even, I don't know, 120% pot or something, which is just missing a lot of value when you're going for value. And if they use the all-in size, would be probably only for the value and not for the bluffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is these plays you don't see so much at small stakes. Although I was saying that people play better, yes, but they still don't play the rivers very well.
You think it's a good thing to do, no matter the stakes? Like if you can be balanced here?
Yeah, definitely.
Should you do this at NL too? Or should you just bet the nuts and get paid and not bluff with the blocker?
No, I mean, I don't see why you would get overcalled in this spot, really.
It's NL2, dog.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're against the station, then sure, don't never take the bluff, I guess. But otherwise, no, I mean, otherwise, would you be happy calling off ace queen here?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. So
HDP says at my stakes, if I jam tens, people snap with AK, ace king, and two pairs. What stakes do you play?
I don't think people would snap ace king here. Or two pairs.
I don't think you've seen the animals who we're playing with out there. Just your mistakes.
I mean, sure, but
they wouldn't give it a second thought.
if you do it and then someone snaps you with ace king no diamond, then you should probably never bluff this guy again. Then you adapt. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. Then just jam for value, absolutely, and bluff for eventually smaller sizes or something. But
HDP says no limit 25 on coin.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would guess like people will fold a lot in this spot.
Yeah. No, really.
Also,
I mean, especially when you put them, this is completely out of the comfort zone type of spot. Like you want to be calling a river bet when you have ace king or ace queen eventually sometimes, and you're like, okay, I can bluff catch, but you don't want to call 4x spot. So it's no, I don't think it's.
And don't limit 25 also has show tables, by the way, on coin. Like there is some show
really?
tables. Yeah, so you like let's say you do this on a show table and somebody folds,
That's
like
cool.
you know they're paying you after that.
That's cool. I'm a bit surprised to see a dude use the 25% on ace king 3 here, but definitely viable. And now after polarizing, if he doesn't jam, then it's give up mostly.
Have you ever played with someone called Berbatov?
That doesn't ring the bell. Which side?
On coin, he was playing in the mid stakes championship. I was talking with him earlier. Like he thought he maybe was gonna join, but I guess he went AFK.
I mean, if he has different nicknames on other sites, then maybe. But I don't play coin, so.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
But you will.
I'm telling you, I will for the next challenge. I mean, not this one, the small one, the smaller one.
Yes, actually, there is a bunch. I checked just now. There is some show tables running.
That's a really cool idea. Love it.
And
You have all
actually,
the
so
hand histories and everything, right, on the coin.
I opened one of them to check, like properly check, and one guy. Actually, wait, that's with NT as well, right? Like those tables have some NT. Yeah. So one of the guys at that table, he's playing on his phone. It shows the phone icon.
Oh, that's really
It's not even
interesting.
25 actually. Yeah, that I saw.
He's betting 1.5x pot on the 6th turn. I suppose it was check. It was c-bet on the flop, small c-bet, and then 1.5x pot on the turn. That's a really unconventional line to be taking. I mean, for these stakes at least, very non-solver line, let's say. Interesting. This is usually a board that solver would play only polarized on the flop, and then would keep on being polar on the turn, but not like small. And because when you bet small, if it's range bet or small, close to a range bet, then you don't have that many sixes, so it's not a card you want to polarize on if you take this sizing scheme.
Yeah, Christwin has had some unconventional lines for sure. Very aggro in some spots.
Yeah, this is very unconventional. I would if I were to see this now 200, I would assume always value. Honestly, I mean, here we know it's not the case, but
Oh, and another show table might be starting here. Actually, I'll swap
nice.
this one over with the.
Yeah, it's more fun.
I'll put the two show tables on stream. We have our friend Sandwich in there with Christwin and Davy. Yeah, we should check in with Sandwich later. Ask him, like, obviously when he's not playing, but I'd be curious, like, what his POV has been playing with these beasts, and he's played quite a few hands with Davy as well.
I also want to hear that. Going for the very small bet. Standard.
Blikus, what do you play? I feel like when the challenge started, I was like super focused on streaming the challenge and not really thinking about playing myself. But now the more, like the deeper we go into the challenge, the more I'm craving super hard. Like,
yeah,
like now, as soon as I go off with the stream, I might just like load tables immediately. It makes me want to play for sure. Is there going to be some cool hand with showdown on that table we don't see? We can do mystery hand later. I like those. Yeah, actually, good points. I'll keep an eye on it for sure.
I mean, it's amazing, but you must be kind of learning a lot as well by watching all these hours of poker. Honestly,
I feel like I'm learning, but also I'm like just compared to those guys, like so far away that it's hard to grasp everything. And also because I'm like producing, you know, like so to speak, like handling the stream and everything, it's kind of hard to be like full focus. I feel like the people that will learn the most from this are those that are not only watching, but kind of like thinking very hard about everything that's being mentioned that we're seeing. And also that if they might be running spots at the same time, that's really like the absolute nuts.
Yeah, but you're not only watching; you're also talking to. I mean, you had so many great players on the stream, and
I know, yeah, but I'm saying like my attention span is not entirely on like listening and taking everything in, right? Like I have to pay attention to like OBS, showing the right stream, changing the overlay, watching the replay. Like if I make one single mistake, people are gonna let me hear it. So I'm trying to not make any mistakes, and
of course,
that takes quite a bit of focus. Yeah, I'm worried that Linus might not play anymore. It was very fun to have him in either case. Maybe he's taking a few days break. I kind of feel like I haven't seen him play as much as initially, so Scratch says you're doing a great job. If not, I wasn't be here. Thank you, dude. I streamed actually my own gameplay a little bit in last few days, and then Scry was there in the chat hanging out.
Yeah, I have to watch your stream, by the way.
If you want to feel sick to your stomach, it's a good way to do.
Mostly gonna feel sick about the other nits at the tables. So, probably more than about you.
There's so many. I get cold 4 bets, and then I look, and it's like 6% 3 bets. Like, yo, can you get off my table, you NPC? Sandwich.
Huh.
That's the spirit.
There was C-bet raise, right? Or pot size bet from Luca.
Yeah, I didn't see actually.
I think it was small bet raise, but
Sheesh. Let's see.
Bet raise 3 bet.
Yeah, he bet quarter on the flop.
Yeah,
raised,
yeah.
And then he was like,
That's it.
I don't believe you, sir.
Excellent combo selection. Yeah, I don't like to say good things about him, but yeah, it's no, just kidding. No, but yeah,
he's not listening. You can roast him later when you think.
Hopefully not. Like we know for a fact that people at most stakes do not find these 3 bets on the flop. That's why raising in position is so good. Yeah, this is the perfect example of one combo that really doesn't like to call the raise.
Yeah. Out of position, it's kind of hard to draw.
Yeah, exactly. It really sucks. You can also very easily, of course, very easily call most diamond hands, but the double backdoor, gut shot plus backdoor is just a perfect 3 bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
HDP in the chat said, well, I'm learning a lot from streams, though most plays are out of my league. I feel like you're one of the guys that in the chat asks the most questions, so that's a good sign for the future because you're very curious and really trying to get better. It's very important.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if it's really a thing to say that it's out of your league or anything. Like it's still the same game, same rules, and
yeah, but a lot of stuff is too advanced. I think it's like
any stakes you sometimes see some plays and you're like, I don't understand what's going on, and sometimes you need
but like now it's like it's way more than that. Like if we play like No Limit 25 or No Limit 50 and we watch No Limit 10K and we listen to one of these guys talking, or even a mid stakes player, and you guys talk a lot about like blockers, unblockers, and
it's just that you will see more and more plays that are very rare at small stakes because people don't find them, and the just showdowns, they look mostly all the time the same. Like when someone shoves and the other person calls, then it's often like second nuts against nuts or something.
But a low stake, like not super well. Like I mean, most people that play low stakes are like not super well studied. Also, we see like a fraction of what you see as far as like the ranges go or like the sizings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you kind of see like, a lot of things, if not everything. And then we see like, 10%. Like, yeah, I can think of like 1 or 2 hands here that he might have. And you're like, no, actually, he can have all of this. So.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but I mean, still watching this like expands your vision about the game.
For sure.
But I think it's really cool.
It shocked me initially how much blockers were being talked about, and like the suit of both cards being like relevant on the run out. I was like, oh my god, like this game is actually so much more complicated than I ever thought.
Yeah, I mean, if you get really granular and in depth, then even on the flop, obviously it changes your c-bet frequencies, your raise-in frequencies, and all, of course. Then, yeah, as you said, it's not probably shouldn't be the main concern at 25 and L, I guess, but yeah. Like if someone over bluffs, you just call range, and despite, regardless of the blockers. If someone under bluffs, you just fold range, no matter the blockers as well. So
What if someone's balanced? Then you just call correctly.
then you need to take a look at your blockers.
Yeah. By the way, it's getting really cold. You see, like it was -2 last night or something.
In my office right now, it's pretty warm.
Yeah, well, outside, let me tell you, it's something else. Good Lord. Ooh, on the
Us lucky first world problems with our central heating and stuff.
we got a big jam here by Chris Twin versus Sandwich.
Yeah.
That's not the show table. We may see what they hold if there is a call. Sandwich taking his time. What is he repping when he jams like this? The straight, I guess, right, is the main thing. But what about a set? A set could do this, right?
Is it a single raise spot or?
I have no clue.
Okay. Well, then it changes quite a lot.
Yeah.
I guess.
No. Okay, we will never know.
Shit. Fold.
Yeah.
Fold it. Okay. Yeah.
Did somebody almost sit? The table on the right side, I swear I saw someone sit here for a second. That's so bizarre. Oh yeah, okay, so it's breaking. Somebody else, I think Luca, Chris Twin left.
Come on, take the seat you're on.
I don't have, you want me to? Look.
Sad.
First world problems.
You paid the electricity bill. That's why.
I'm glad I don't have the balance because I think I might have clicked one day and like. There is a guy actually on the leaderboard. He has one hand played, and he lost like $225. So basically, he was in big blind. He called a raise, flop nothing, and then just folded minus $200.
Exactly. Yeah.
One hand he has. That's so sick.
Oh, you're forced to bind for 10K. You cannot bind short. That's really cool.
Wait, what? Somebody, okay. There's some people that have very low amount of hands. Somebody has 5 hands. Someone has 6 hands. He just played one orbit. Wait, this guy
that showed up earlier probably doesn't have a lot of hands either because he played like a few orbits and then he lost his stack and
Yeah, that guy has one hand minus $226. BB per 100 minus 226. This one hand.
Yeah, if no one joins, this will probably be the last hand for the right table.
Oh, Mr. Lumberjack was sitting for a second. Johan, would you take the VIP seat deal like the Paolo got? I actually don't know what the deal is. But if I don't have to play with my own bankroll, sure. I kind of think of playing with those guys as a nightmare, to be honest, because they're just too sharp. I feel like in live poker, I would prefer if it was live poker, if I was to be like, the VIP guy or whatever. Like free rolls, like that old show that they did a long time ago with the loose cannon. I don't know if you remember that.
If it was live poker, you would at least you would get to play longer because it's slower.
Yeah, exactly. And also,
let's say you only have one buy and it can last a day maybe.
I was
You say
thinking
something
earlier,
about
like,
this Mr. Lumberjack.
if they did a No Limit 50 Cash Game World Championship, I wonder if I would prefer playing over commentating. Because I actually, like, it's like, I enjoy both, so it would be very hard to pick.
And doing both at the same time is probably not the GTO option.
Yeah, probably not. But there was Helmuth, so not a loose cannon, yeah. Some of these were epic. For sure. I remember the guy that ran it multiple times, and then he was like an underdog, and he won every run out against Helmuth, and then everybody cheered. That was epic. You ever saw that?
No, was it?
I'll link you. I'll link you later. It was like a show.
Oh yeah.
It was like a show where like a player gets staked to play with pros. So like Helmuth, Daniel Negreanu and stuff. And I think if they win, they keep their winnings. And then this dude was like, I think he was, some of these guys actually did really good and like won a bunch.
I assume that the good old Phil Helmuth must have been really happy about this situation.
Well, like the thing is, like it's even more tilting for him because it's literally everybody's cheering against him. And then now he runs so bad, like he loses every run. I think they run like 3 times and he loses like all 3. And everybody's celebrating like it's like the happiest day of their lives. And he just lost this sick beat and everybody's like so happy. So yeah,
I'm sorry, but he kind of deserves it a little bit. So this is a 3. Wait, no, the pot is too big. This must be a 4-bet pot, right?
That's the thing. It's like hard to track because I'm listening to what you're saying, and then I had a quick look at the chat.
Yeah, sorry, I was not also.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying, yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. Like, it's hard. I guess like the good thing is like we can always go back over the hand no matter what.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, this has to be a 4-bet pot, I think.
These are the last 2 tables currently running. Davy sitting out on the other table. We're going to have a jam on the river here. This is not the show table. And we will never know unless you ask him later. And he tells you privately what he had.
Right to Davy.
Best moment was when Tony G went all in pre and said he didn't look at his hand. Wait, didn't he have like aces or something?
That wouldn't be surprising coming from this guy. Yeah. Pretending he didn't see his cards.
I know someone that did that in a game I was in, and I was actually so shocked because this guy is like the nicest guy ever, and then he pulled this.
That's pretty
Which I think is a pretty scummy move, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
You need to be very suspicious when this happens. Did I tell you I had like the biggest hand I've ever played. Actually, in Vegas was something like this.
Someone like sort of angle shooting you or something?
No, but like there was almost like the same aspect that we just talked about, where someone say like, oh, they haven't seen their card in that. So I was playing with a friend, and usually she plays MTTs, and then now she was, maybe punting a little bit, rebuying, and I was kind of like crushing. I had like a big stack, maybe like over 2K, and at some point, she was to my right. It's a friend of mine that I've known for years. And at some point, everybody falls and we're in the blinds. And then she asked me chop. People in America, for some reason, they always want to chop. And I'm like, no, I never chop. And then she was like, okay. She folds and she says, next time it comes back to us like this, I will jam any hand blind. So anyway, hours pass. And then now she's like, I don't remember how much she had, maybe like 1,400 or something. And then suddenly, fold. I'm talking to someone on my left, and then I hear all in. I'm like, what? And I look, and she's all in. So I look at my cards, ace king. I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? So I look at her, and I'm like, did you look at your cards? And she doesn't answer. I'm like, all right, well, I call. And she hadn't looked. She had king 8 offsuit.
Wow.
8 on the flop. The rest is history.
Oh, wow.
the biggest spot I've ever played in 1-3.
That's so sick. That's like a 14 buy in. Yeah, 1,400 big blind.
No, it's 1-3.
It's 1-3. Yeah, okay. So 1,000 big blind. 1,000 big blinds. Yeah, but I mean, you know. Usually you like to get it in with 90% equity.
Well, 75% is still pretty good.
Mm.
So maybe Davy's done. Did he say anything? Some guy joined the chat. He said, "Are you guys pro? You're whales." It's so funny that you can see spectator chat. Like, yeah, I think Davey might be done because he left the other table. I think like if he was just taking a break, he would have at least stayed sat. A bit weird because he still sat at other tables. We'll see.
This is the small details also that people never really pay attention to these things, but you see third sandwich 3-betting much bigger here because they are 150 deep instead of 100 deep. It's sharp sizing.
What did you do?
950 instead of the standard 750
Yeah.
or something, I assume. You want to go, yeah, you want to go much bigger in position when you get deeper.
Would you say it's like it's a big mistake not to adjust that? At least for like let's say like the 3-bet, or it's still somewhat minimal. Like it's better if you do it. But...
Big mistake might be an overstatement, but let's say that if you keep the same sizes, you give such incredible odds to all the pocket pairs and all the weaker hands in range, and yeah, it's just yeah. It also allows you to set up much better SPRs for the rest of the hand.
Yeah.
Because when you're 150 deep, you still want to play for stacks. It's not like when you're 300 deep and then you want to, try to keep the pot small, especially when out of position. But when you're 150 deep, pretty much you always want to set up stacks with your good hands. So.
Ooh, big bets. Monkey gets out of the way. And all these things are happening on the no-show table. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, that's a shame. I love the size.
It was Geo, right? Probably close to it.
Yeah, it looked Geo, or it was slightly under pot. So he had 12K behind. So yeah, looks Geo. Yeah.
In my stakes, when people go Geo, it's just nuts. You just fold everything.
Especially on ace high boards, I imagine.
They would never think like, oh, I'm gonna go Geo here because that's like I need to be balanced and I need to do it with my bluffs. They're like, no, let's get the money in right now. I got it.
Do you even have a software to do the Geo size on GG?
No, I think it's just like I pay attention.
Yeah. To do it in your head, it's a bit annoying sometimes, depending on the SPR.
Yeah, I mean, 100 big blinds is easy.
100 big blinds is fine again, yeah. But when you're like 163, something.
Yeah. I'm thinking more like the 110 to like 130. I'm like, oh god, like these extra blinds kind of like ruin my day. Although technically it should be pretty easy. Like you just do 100 and then you add the extra. But for some reason, those always kind of like melt my brain. You can do geometric sizing using Georgian.
Georgian, yeah, maybe Georgian works for GG. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Never used Georgian. I don't know.
Me neither.
You don't have any table sort of, I don't know if table tamer still exists, but table manager.
I'm raw dogging the games.
Okay. The lone wolf is just playing on his phone.
I don't need any help.
At the restaurant, waiting at the doctor's office.
I think he was Prodigy. He said with no HUD.
I don't need all these extra fancy 2025 tools.
Prodigy said he played with no HUDs.
Can you have the HUDs on coin? Yeah.
Yeah, on coin, yeah. Prodigy said you don't need them, you don't need them.
I mean, yeah, when you play these small fields against top players, I guess it will not change much to know that to know their 3-bet frequencies, I guess, because everyone's in line, so everyone's good.
I take a lot of notes and then I tag everyone. That's kind of the way I do it. I feel like not using a HUD almost makes me like more aware in a way. Where like if I would use one, I would maybe think I don't need to put as much effort into notes and tags. Obviously, maybe that's wrong. Maybe doing all of them is the better way.
I mean, I don't know. I like to have the HUDs, but obviously it only gets useful when you have a lot of sample on people.
Scra asked in the chat, this HUD is in real time or only shows previews, let's say, sessions, days? Yeah, I think it includes everything, I assume. It's like lifetime stats.
On GG, you mean?
No. He means like, well, I think Scra plays on coins, I believe.
Ah, yeah. Well, then if you have a PT4 or something, then yeah, it's. I mean, you can set this up. By the way, you don't have to make PT4 show all-time hands. You can just select like past 6 months or something if you want.
Yes, are there some video how to configure HUD on coin? There must be some.
Yeah, I'm sure. If it's PT4, you can. If it works with PT4 and HM3, then you can check the question database. You know, forgot how it's called.
When Sandwich was living in Vienna, he was also living in the night, right? Or was he waking up earlier?
No, we're mostly playing nights. Yeah.
I guess he still has that schedule.
Well, at the moment he's in the Costa Rica, I believe, so it's not exactly nighttime for him. Oh, like a nice value bet.
Poker Tracker works with additional software. Okay. Actually, Llama streamed the other day in this challenge, and he had a HUDs. I think with quite a few stats. But let me see if I can find a VOD that I can show you.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the... Actually, I don't know if... Does Twitch have VODs? Let me check. I know YouTube does. Oh yeah, Twitch also has VODs. So it was 5 days ago. And he streamed for like 3 hours. But he hits, even though he had a little bit of delay, he still hit his hold cards on 3 of the tables. Only on one of them could you see them. I'll send you a link, you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And then on this, you can see he has like... He has a bunch of stats showing. Oh my god, he had League of Legends open in the back. I opened the VOD, the first thing I see is like the League of Legends lobby. That's so funny. You just moved that out of the way at the start of the session.
True.
Oh my god. Yeah, there was a lot of numbers on this.
Yeah, that's not PT4. That's this drive HUD you guys are talking about. Yeah.
League lobby. It's gonna call again on Discord, so you have to pick up in a second, okay?
Okay.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello, there he is. What's up, dude?
I'm well. I've been enjoying the streams, enjoying the action, enjoying all the high stakes craziness that's been going down. It's been cool to see, and excellent work as always.
Thank you, sir. It's been a while. Yeah.
It's been a hot minute. Yeah, it's funny. We've the mid stakes championship seems, at the same time so long ago, but also like yesterday, and now we're already back at the high stakes. I can't believe it's already been a year since the last high stakes challenge.
Yeah.
But now we're well into this one.
And mid stakes was what, 3 months or so ago? Right? It was like June.
Yeah, man. Every year I get older, the time seems to fly quicker. It's scary. And nice to meet you, Floody Mary. I don't believe we shared.
Nice to meet you, man. Nice talking to you. No, I don't think so.
How's your grind been?
Pleasure's mine. It's been good, man. It's been busy. Yeah, just working away. Main big news in my life since the Mid Stakes Championship was that I got engaged to my now fiance. So that's been cool.
How do you say congratulations in Portuguese?
It's parabéns.
Parabéns.
Parabéns. Obrigado. So that was very cool, and popped the question on holiday when I was out. I was actually in Malta seeing an old poker buddy for his wedding, and whilst we were in the trip, we were in Spain and did the proposal. So that was very cool, and just been back and grinding. Now I need to actually pay for the wedding. So working hard.
It's some more buying.
At least you paid for the ring already, so that's something.
Yeah, exactly.
Scry in the chat says, I know that voice. Wasn't you on Wacko's League Buster video?
Yes, it was indeed. Yes. I appreciate you bringing that to even more people's attention, Scrads. But yes, I was lucky enough to go on the on Wacko's channel, and he very kindly reviewed my database of leaks of hands that I had then. And he was really helpful. He's obviously working a lot on his new coaching program that kind of coincides with the launch of a stat checker program that he uses to help analyze people's games, and he has a process for helping people improve their games. And it was very cool that I got to do that. The downside is that I openly showed my leaks to thousands of people, so now I need to fix them. Otherwise,
if they get fixed, it doesn't matter. They're gonna think you got leaks, but you're just crushing out there.
Yeah, maybe it was just advertising. I show a big sample of me never ever folding river, and then I just go and fold every river for the next 6 months.
It's forced accountability.
Exactly.
So how does it work exactly, the League Buster? Because actually today I was watching the, I don't know if you heard earlier, like I was mentioning this, I was watching the Mechanics of Podcast with the players that played in the Mid Stakes Championship. And I watched the first 2 episodes, there's 3 episodes. And in it, Wacko advertises the new League Buster thing. So that's how I heard about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not going to be able to give the full rundown in terms of the entire program. We'll have to get Wacko back on at some point. But yeah, generally he has a program, a course, or that you can kind of join, where part of that is his software that looks at the stats of. It compares your stats to GTO, gives you a full breakdown, and it even goes deep as to, are you running bad? Are you being dealt the right amount of aces and kings and sets and these kind of things? And then it breaks down sort of, you can really get granular, really get deep in terms of how much are you probing? Is that GTO? You can look at your player pool, see how they're deviating, come up with exploits. So it's the leak finder, I guess, in itself is very cool, but that ties into a bigger program that the Wacko's a part of, where he lays out a process for getting better at poker. And step 1 is finding those leaks, which that stat tracker is very helpful for. And then you actually have to prioritize. Okay, now I know I have a bunch of leaks. It's like, which ones do I take care of first? How do I go about taking care of those leaks? And then mindset work associated with those leaks. So there's a whole process that he's put together. I know he's put a lot of work into it, and yeah, I only got a small piece of it with my stat check, but it was a really good and really productive session. And obviously, just getting that opportunity to pick Wacko's brain was really valuable for myself. So yeah, I would encourage anyone that this program is within budget of to check it out. And Wacko does a lot of good for poker, and a lot of is a great person in the community.
Yeah,
so
completely
I
agree.
really hope he does well.
He's a great guy. Cheers to Wacko here. Great guy.
And he's a great player as well. We saw him in the Mid Stakes Championship, just donk betting his little heart out.
We said he was a great guy, not a great player. No,
he's kidding, as good a guy as he is a player.
Awesome.
But so his program is it's not an AI, right? It's just like something that compiles the stats.
No, yeah, that part of it it's essentially I don't know the way to describe it, an overlay, I guess, a collection of stats that plugs into Hand to Note.
Okay.
So Hand to Note being the stat tracker, poker tracker sort of software, and this is kind of a dashboard that he's created, that he's picked out a whole bunch of key stats and has put in the references to GTO. I believe there are other options out there. Mobius Poker, aka Patrick Howard, has a version that's very similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the idea being it makes it a very clean way to see an overview of your major statistics, your major leaks, and it makes it a little bit easier to spot problems, because I think we've all had that experience of tinkering around, whether it's Hand to Note or Poker Tracker, and just seeing a whole wall of stats and not really being sure where to start. So yeah, I think he's put together something good there to help players who are serious about improving have a starting point.
A program telling me how to fix my leaks I can fully get behind, but as far as running bads, I'm sorry, but I don't need that program. I already know. Like,
yeah, every
I know
poker
damn
player
well what's happening. I'm good on that one.
Well, sometimes it's good to have a confirmation.
Yeah, but
confirmation bias.
Imagine if it tells you you're not running bad, though. How else are you gonna cope? So, how does it work? It's like something that like you need to pay or subscribe to in order to be able to enter.
Yes, I'm not sure if he sells the actual stat tracker separately from his coaching program, or whether it's just part of the coaching program. But yeah, I'm sure if anyone listening goes to mechanicsofpoker.com, they'll be able to find more info about it. And yeah, also there's Mobius is the other kind of big one that does that. We have a question in the chat saying, do you think it's better to look for leaks in stats or study theory on solver? I mean, both are important, but what should be done first? I mean, I think both are important. I think we should take any advice I give with a grain of salt. I'm still working and improving myself, but studying theory in the solver is always important. Where I kind of see the use of looking at stats for me is prioritizing, right? Because I think you can look at the poker tracker list or a stat checker, and you can say, okay, I am not opening wide enough in the cutoff. I am probing too much in the big blind on the turn. I am in 3-bet pots. I'm not check raising enough. And you might find 10 or 15 leaks, and you just don't really know where to start. So sometimes it's good in stats you can look at things like high volume spots, which is a good spot to start. And you can also look at where your population is going wrong. So one thing I've done to prioritize is, I might find 10 leaks, and let's say one of them is that I am not probing enough in the big blind. So, single raise pot, flop goes check, check. I'm not betting in that spot often enough. And then I look at the stats of the population, and I see population is actually overfolding there. So I'm making a mistake that is actually exploiting myself, which so it's doubly bad. It's one thing to have a leak in theory, but if no one's exploiting it, then it's it's questionable whether it's even a leak. But if the player pool is actually exploiting your leak, then that's a great one to focus on first. So yeah, I would say use the stats to kind of prioritize what leaks you go for, and then use the solver tools and use your notes and try and create some heuristics for yourself to then tackle that spot once you've found it and prioritized it. I think they work hand in hand. I hope that answers your question, HDP.
Actually, HDP, maybe you could share with us, like, what do you play? What's your bankroll? Which stakes did you start at, and how long have you been playing? Like, what was your ascension like? Because I feel like then it's much easier to kind of assess like what it is you might need to take the next step. Because I believe he plays maybe 25, which is like similar to what I play. And I think like one thing that's helped me a lot recently was doing database review with a coach. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think anything, because I think people are very hesitant to invest in coaching because it can be expensive, especially if you're only playing micro stakes or low stakes. But especially for something like I was talking about, where you have a bunch of leaks and you're not really sure where to start, having a coach who can look at your database and go, okay, you have a bunch of leaks, but here's your 5 most important ones, and I would start on this first. And also, here are some basic heuristics, basic ideas to get you started to help you leak there. And then we'll come back in a month or 2 weeks and we'll check if those have been fixed. I think that's it's really good. You could have found those stats yourself, you could have put in the work, you could have put the hundreds of hours, but having the benefit of someone who has experience and has knowledge of poker to help you prioritize it saves a lot of time. Yeah. So yeah, I'd highly recommend that. I think it's a great thing to do. We see he says he plays 25 NL on coin, NL 50 on softer stakes, softer tables, I guess. Started at NL2 in September this year, was on Indian sites earlier for a year. Indian pools are way softer than coin. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that. And yeah, first off, congrats for getting from NL2 to shot taking NL 50 in just 2 months, I guess. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty good progress. It sounds like you're doing just fine. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Did you imagine going from NL 500 to NL 5K in 2 months?
Yeah, right.
Pretty sweet. Yeah, I wanted to add, if I may, that for the stat checking stuff and all of what's often challenging is it's one thing to look at your stats, but to have the baseline stats that you're supposed to reach is not that easy. Because if you take a look at your stats in P4 or something over the last 100K hands, and you're like, okay, so I'm probing 44% of the time, but how much am I supposed to probe? So having these baseline theory stats are not that easy to get. You need to get some bio libraries with the right sizes and stuff. So yeah, that's the challenging part. That on your own, it's very, very hard to get access to these numbers if you don't purchase them from a coach, pretty much, like you did.
Actually, the session that I had earlier, this makes me think of, because we're talking about the stats. Like for a long time, like I put a lot of work into my pre-flop, and for a long time I would look at like my HUD and be like, what the hell is this? Like, why are my stats like, so low? Like I should be opening way more, and like somehow I'm not. Like I should be 3-betting way more. And then like the last 2 sessions that I played, I looked a couple times, and like I was very happy with what I saw. I had like 26, 22, like 14. And the session that I played today here before I went live, some guy, like I was 3-betting a bunch of times, and then some guy to my left, like I 3-bet someone, and he was like next after, and I think maybe he had like a squeezing hand or something that he now needed to fold. And he just wrote in the chat, you 3-bet too much, kid. And then he folded. And I was like, that's a sick compliment. Like finally, I feel like I'm 3-betting the right amount, probably.
Yeah, it's always funny when people, whether it's at a live table or online, and they say something to you to indicate, hey, I know what you're doing. I know you're 3-betting too much, but then they still fold anyway.
Yeah.
It's like,
Don't do anything about it, yeah.
If I'm really 3-betting you too much, you'd think they would throw in a 4-bet from time to time, but nope. Just they're just going to yell at me and then fold. It's yeah. And this is kind of the nice thing, because poker is quite, poker's so big and so complicated, and there's variance, and then there's so much things to work at, and things that could be affecting your win rate, and huge pots that could affect your win rate and things like that. And I think the nice thing about kind of focusing a little bit on stats in terms of like you've been doing, Johan, with trying to 3-bet a bit more, is that you can just look and be like, okay, my 3-bet percentage is 8.5. I really want to get it to where it's 10. And you can just like play for 2 weeks, a month, and you can just look and be like, did I improve? And whether you lost money or won money in that time, or whether you ran bad or good, it's like you can see, hey, I improved here, which is a really nice feeling, and it's kind of hard to find in poker sometimes.
Yeah. Actually, I'm happy with all the numbers now that I see on the HUD, except the attempt to steal, because I remove like all the bottom of the range and like cutoff button. Like I think I just tend to fold too much, like the King 5 suited, Queen 8 suited, and stuff, Jack 8 suited. So that's the next step, is like focusing on opening those hands I'm supposed to open.
For sure.
Yeah, especially at your stakes, and you're playing mostly the fast fold, right? The Zoom tables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should probably open even wider from position. Yeah.
I remember like this been mentioned
because
about
so many guys that have the auto fold function on.
Exactly.
You're just auto profiting by opening wide from cutoff and button, I think.
Yeah, I play on coins sometimes too. Yeah, but I can't see my stats there because I don't use the HUD. Well, I guess I can import them technically. Yeah, I haven't been doing that enough in the past.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
And HDP, by the way, did you tune into the Mid-Stakes Championship in June? Because we had a player from India, and it was very interesting. He was sharing the stories of being a poker player in India and like the live games there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would really be curious to join the Indian pools and see what the games are like there. Obviously, quite difficult to get an account when you're on the other side of the world. But
well, honeymoon in Mumbai, easy game.
Let's make it happen. Yeah, well, it's funny. We were
butter chicken for lunch at Indian games at night.
Well, I think so. For any of my fellow Scotsmen watching, last night we qualified for the World Cup of football for the first time in 27 years. So I immediately said to my fiance, "Oh, looks like we're honeymoons in the USA. Hope you like it."
Are you actually gonna go to try
in Scotland?
You're gonna try to go to some games?
I mean, I would love to. I don't know what the process is going to be like. I've got a wedding to sort out. I would need to get my fiance a visa, but my dad's keen to go, and we would, even just to be a part of the party would be great.
Yeah. So she likes football too, or imagine if Scotland plays Brazil.
Yeah, right. Drawn in Group 1, that would be the dream. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't like super follow football, but like when Brazil are playing, or if it's a big game and she's watching alongside, she gets into it. We went to a football match in Scotland together when we were over there. So that was she gets into it for sure. I'll be interested to see how upset with me she'll be when Scotland beat Brazil in game 1. That'll be the challenge.
I mean, the odds for that are probably not very high.
First to get drawn and then to win. Yeah, and it's 50-50, right? Either win or lose.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think it's quite a flip.
Stuck in micros in the chat. I think we played some hands on coin. Do you specifically study anti-games and can recommend some stuff? I don't recognize. I don't know if it's the same username that you have here. I don't think I recognize the username, but we might have done. I play plenty of volume on Coin. For anti-games, yeah, I mean, I think the most important thing is to first off just sort out pre-flop. You have to make sure you're opening a little bit wider and then particularly defending a lot wider. It can be tough if you're used to the non-ante ranges to adjust to that. The cutoff 2.5x range is pretty similar in terms of a defense frequency to what you would defend versus the button in a non-ante game. So you have to be quite a bit wider. I haven't delved as deep on things like limping the small blind, but things like cold calling ranges you probably have to start developing in ante games, especially versus smaller open sizes. So yeah, I would take some time to study the pre-flop. I have a bit of a process where I try and create some simplified ranges and then just do some drilling, and then any time that I have a hand that feels close in game, I'll tag it and I'll double check it in the solver ranges. In terms of post flop, I might be speaking out of turn, but to me there's less of a big difference there. Obviously you're playing more cold call spots, which is a completely different situation than in non-ante. But I think generally post flop functions relatively similar. The only big difference is obviously big blind is going to have a wider range, so that just gives the pre-flop raiser a big advantage in a lot of aspects. So you tend to fold a little bit more on the flop, but then from that point on, it plays out relatively normal. So just keep at it, keep tagging, keep checking the solver, and I don't think it's something for non-ante players to necessarily be scared of. I think you've got to just embrace the ambiguity, embrace that you're not going to be absolutely certain on your ranges in every spot, but that you're going to be good enough to still win against opponents. And especially on Coin, you're going to see guys who are going for the leaderboards and are playing way too tight and aren't adjusting well to the antes. So there's lots of opportunities for edge, even if you're not completely technically accurate. And it's quite fun just to be in a little bit more chaos playing with the ante format. Scrad says
some non-rake, some rake-free ante ranges before them.
I've not actually seen the ranges. I did actually play. I played in the mid stakes championship, and obviously that was no rake, and then there was a couple of weeks were ante and a couple of weeks were non-ante, and I think even no rake itself it does make a huge difference to ranges, and then you add ante into that. It's
that's why I was curious. I've never seen some custom sims for rake free and
it's the Wild West.
And you can essentially look at ranges for tournaments. The same thing.
Yeah, true.
So,
I told you I was listening to the Mechanics of Poker podcast with the mid stakes guy. It's like 4 or 5 of the players that were on there, and then I think it was KK Lake SM. I don't know if you remember him from Spain. I think it was him who was talking about how some players were like you had to adjust, and he was saying like, oh, if people open like a small amount, on the button, and they're supposed to open like the king 5 off, then you have to defend like the 4-3 off in the big blind. And it's like, like these ranges, like it's pretty loose.
Oh yeah, I mean if you're playing ante and then even just a normal 7 max format, if you see somebody min opening button, in the big blind, there's not many hands you get to fold. Like, although ace-6 off, any suited hand, it's all gonna be good enough. Like, you're calling 1 big blind to win 4.7. So
how does that change the 3-betting range then?
3-betting doesn't change as much as you might expect, because you're going to be still 3-betting your value range in that situation, you're going to be pretty polar. So you'll 3-bet your value range and 3-bet your bluff. So generally, it doesn't change as much. But obviously, if you look at it in a solver, the hands are going to change. Solver is going to spread across many more hands. You'll probably find that the 3-betting percentage slightly decreases in ante because you're going to just have a little bit more of a calling range, like hands like King Queen off, for example. If you were facing a 2.5x button open and non-ante, might mix in more 3-bet, whereas in the ante against a small open, you might you've just got enough odds to call the guys opening a wider range. So you might see it drop just a tiny bit, but in terms of your overall strategy, you're still going to be 3-betting like your solid value range, 10s plus, ace queen suited plus, ace jack suited plus. There are some suited connectors, some offsuit gappers, some offsuit aces, some offsuit broadways, just a mix of lots of things. And it's going to be relatively similar. But yeah, it actually gets a little bit more different in the earlier position. So like hijack versus cutoff, or when you're going to see the cutoff is going to 3-bet a little bit wider, and then in turn hijack is going to 4-bet a little bit wider. You'll see more bluffs. You'll see going a little bit thinner for value. But it's it's a little bit spot the difference. But the big thing with the antes is you got to make sure you're just defending enough and you're calling enough. You're going to have cold call ranges. You're going to have to defend your big blind really wide. There's a lot of money in the middle. You got to fight for it.
Yeah, for sure. Isn't it hard then? Like, let's say you play that format a while and then you have to go back to other tables, like without ante and normal tables. So do you feel like it's still pretty intuitive and okay to go back and forth?
Yeah, good question. I mean, different players will have different opinions because, I think if I mix both formats, and sometimes I'm playing, I might play 4 or 5 tables, and 2 of them might be non-ante and 3 of them might be ante. So I'm mixing it up a lot. For me, it's not too difficult to make the switch, but I also kind of make the decision to simplify my strategy somewhat. So I, for instance, don't really play limping ranges in the small blind, which is very common in ante games. You'll see this in the GTO ranges, that limping is like the main part of the strategy. I still simplifies and I just play raise only, and I'll just raise a little bit of a wider range in the ante games. So I'm maybe losing a little bit of theoretical EV there, but I'm at least keeping my game plan, my strategy consistent, or more consistent across the formats, which makes it a little bit easier. But if I just decided, okay, for the next 6 months I'm only playing ante games, then yeah, I might tailor make a little bit more of a custom strategy to those games. But it's going to depend on you as a player and what goals you have and what you're looking to do in terms of how deep you get into the ranges. You'll see even guys in this challenge will have different approaches to that. I remember Prodigy, for instance, in the last challenge, I think he didn't play limps in the small blind, whereas you are going to see some guys do that in this challenge. I mean, some guys play limps even in non-ante. It's there are many ways to skin a cat, as they say. There's many different winning strategies in poker. The important part is you just pick one and execute it as best as you can.
That makes sense. So
Scrad's in the chat trying to bait me into talking about Scotland all night. I'll do it, but I don't think Todd would appreciate it.
wait, the group's already drawn for the actual World Cup? No, they're not, right?
No, not yet. He's talking about the qualification group. So yeah, Scotland were top of a group including Denmark, Greece, and Belarus. So
Yeah, Denmark
Belarus
are
did it.
decent. I mean, I don't know football very well. I think Denmark are like good, right? But Greece, are they good? Basketball, I would get it, right? They got Giannis.
Well, I mean, there's good and there's good. There's are they good in the world stage, or are they better than Scotland? That's two different questions, you know. So I think the three teams were pretty evenly matched. There was many people that would have written out Scotland and said, you know, third place in the group is probably the most likely result. But yeah, Scotland finished top, and yeah, Denmark I think Denmark in particular were quite a strong side. And Greece had their moments. They beat Scotland in one of the games, but yeah, just didn't really do well against the other teams. And yeah,
it's next summer, the World Cup.
It is, yeah, and it's shared between Canada, Mexico, and the USA. So yeah, it should be a fun event.
Yeah.
How's the action been today? Have we got any big swings? I saw the leaderboard from last night that Davy has taken a small hit. He's only
more than
25
small.
BB winner.
Yeah, he lost 7 binds in EV. For him, that's big.
Yeah.
He went from his BB per 100 being like 45 to 50 to 26 now, so it's like proper hit.
Yeah, guy's washed up, eh? Only a 26 BB winner. It's crazy. But yeah, he does bleed. He is human. I wonder how excited you would be in TaxHere's shoes or Voidament's shoes or even C Lama's shoes to see, okay, you know, this gap that was 200k is now down to only 1. Like maybe we can make a run at this after all.
That's a bike in the background, right?
I
thought that was I thought it was Michael Jackson's song. Like what is it? That sounds like the same now as was it Thriller or whatever?
You know, but I'm not sure. But sometimes I'm in Brazil right now for those listening, and Brazil's noisy, but they have these trucks that go by and they spray like a kind of smoke into the air, and the idea being to
chemtrails.
So I guess something like that, basically to disperse the mosquitoes. Like,
okay.
Basically to deal with mosquitoes. Them. And yeah, that makes and it sounds like a mosquito itself, just hurtling down the road. If the speakers and the traffic and the motorcycles weren't loud enough, I've got the mosquito cannon to contend with as
and
well.
I guess it's hot, right? You have to open the window.
Yeah, I mean the window's closed, but it's loud, and I'm doing my best to kind of mute in between when I talk, but you know it's an uphill battle.
Well, how hot is it where you are?
It's been hot the last couple of days. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's been. Pretty,
how many degrees are we talking?
I mean, like it's nothing like insane. It maybe gets up to like, you know, it's been like 26, 27. But
Jesus, I thought you were gonna say like 18 to 20, but like it's indoors, so it's warmer. 26 is like insane.
When it's sunny, it gets up to 28, and yeah, the big issue is that it's quite humid, and like right now, for instance, it's 10 o'clock at night, and it's 27 degrees or 25 degrees or something.
It was -2 here earlier. I was like, oh, he's gonna snow already. It's not even December.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's coming into summer here, so we're in the other side of the world. So it's going to get even hotter over the next couple of months.
Yeah.
Are you staying in Brazil?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Are you asking where I was staying in Brazil?
Yeah, where are you staying?
Yeah, I'm in a town called Vila Velha. It's about 8 hours drive up the coast from Rio. So yeah, still on the coast, a little bit further north. Okay. But yeah, it's this is what Brazilians call being close to Rio. It's what I call being very, very far away from Rio. But Brazil is big.
8 hours away, and it's close for them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a continent of a country.
Mm.
Yeah, HTP from Mumbai, 28 is normal here. 10 months. Yeah, it's I mean, I think when you move to these tropical places, like, you know, you just got to get used to just the whole day you're just covered in a thin layer of sweat. It's just a way of life. You just got to accept it, live with it, and then
Well, some places have
Let
like
it
sick
bother you.
AC action. I mean, I don't know where exactly. But like in the US, it's like really warm, but then the AC is like the craziest in the world. You're freezing indoors.
The US is crazy. I remember going to Vegas and it was 40 degrees outside, but I had to bring a jumper with me all the time because it was freezing in the casinos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't have AC in my apartment, so we're just surviving here. I got the ceiling fan.
Aye.
Nice.
I got to run it up in mid stakes before I treat myself to AC.
You gotta earn it.
Just sweating, and whilst I sweat the all-ins, that's
Double sweating. It seems like the action is just down to those two tables. I think I'm gonna call it pretty soon. Personally, I don't want to stream too late today.
That's fair.
In a few minutes, let's try and catch maybe like one more big hand.
Seen a big hand in a while, actually.
You're lagging a little bit, I think. Yeah, your voice is like robotized a little bit.
I'm sorry. Blame it on the Austrian connections.
Hey, you're not on Wi-Fi, right?
No.
That's odd. Yeah, this is the problem when you live in these these rough countries like Austria. You got to come to advanced Brazil to get that good internet.
What's your ISP?
It's one called Claro. I don't have a massive issue with it.
No,
I have more issues.
I was asking the guy who lives in the same country as me because I wouldn't know Brazilian ISPs, bro.
Yeah, good one.
Mate.
I just left and came back, so I don't know if it's better or anything.
Yeah, it's better. But
it is improved.
What's your internet provider?
The Discord mysteries sometimes. It's A1.
Oh, it's A1. This garbage.
I don't know. It works most way, but yeah.
But it sounds like the best one. It's A1.
No. I have the best one.
It's A1, right? Yeah, I mean, you have to take it. It's A1. Why would you take B2, right? Obviously.
It's pretty sick. Like my ISP, they have two stores right next to where I live in between two stores, which are both like super close walking distance. So if my internet ever goes down, I'm putting my shoes on and I'm walking to the store and tell them what is going on, guys. Needless to say, my internet doesn't go down very often. I think they know what they're in for. No Glassfather in Austria. My ISP is actually Magenta, which is Telekom in Germany and T-Mobile in America. For some reason, every country has a different name for that company.
Yeah.
But it works very well.
I'm keeping an eye on these two hands. They both have potential. This is the thing when you're watching guys like Davy. It's like you think, oh, small pot, or this isn't really going to go anywhere, and then all of a sudden, $10,000 are in the middle.
Yeah, Davy's back. He took a break for a little bit. Willing to put in some more volume today.
I really like to root for the underdogs and see the stories, and I want the contest to be close just for spectator's sake, but it's so hard to not root for Davy. He's just such a legend, such a class act.
I got another dog for you. He's at the bottom of the rankings, Linus.
Yeah. The people's champ.
What is this hand?
Oh, Davy went for the hero call there?
This looked like an anti-hand. Okay, no, never mind. He's blind on blinds. So Davy opened. He got 3-bet. He called. But it still looks like a very out there 3-bet. But again, I don't know. No rake, high stakes ranges.
This was he's got Queen 8. Is it this one?
Yeah, Queen 8 off derp, I think.
Queen 8 is standard. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So if flop goes check on the turn, Davy leads quarter. Derp calls 10 on the river. and Davy checks, and he ends up check calling on a 10 with fourth pair.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Take it away, Vladimir.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can do much on the river as played in Davy's shoes. I mean, just too thin to value bet at that point. So
Yeah, how about folding?
You just hope Derp is going to turn a misdraw and some ace five offsuit and stuff into bluffs, which is definitely possible. So
aren't you losing to some bluffs with fourth pair?
No,
or like all the
No.
pairs they're gonna check back, unless
No,
it's like
you're
a
not
top
losing
pair.
you're not losing to any bluffs here. No.
So 6 is gonna check back.
6 sounds too thin to me to value bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
8 sounds pretty standard, I think, as played. Also, maybe on this thin side, but Queen 8 is fine. I mean, the thing is, Davy has he doesn't have a polar range, right? So he doesn't. I mean, the only hand that he has two better eights, like King 8 suited sometimes, and Ace 8 suited eventually. Also, these hands would probably just bet again on the river themselves. So I suppose there's a lot of 9-8, 8-7, 6-7, 5-6, pocket 5s, pocket 7s. Yeah, all of that sounds reasonable. I think you have value with Queen 8. Yeah, I mean, looks really well played, honestly, on both sides. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree. I think Davy's. I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself a complete expert, but I think Davy's hand is pretty much in that kind of bluff catcher indifferent sort of region. You know, when it was check flop and then check call turn, right? Was that the action?
No, he led quarter turn, right?
Yeah, he probes.
he led.
He probes 25. Yeah.
And check calls probes gets called check calls river, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it looks pretty standard to me. And
yeah,
Johan,
maybe
I don't think you
to-
lose to any bluffs. Like Derp as IP was to have some Ace 5, Ace Deuce offsuit, Ace 7 offsuit, some King 7 offsuit and stuff. That he has to call the 25% turn. Of course, he's going to raise some of them sometimes, but he still has some of those at some frequency. Yeah, never bluffing anything better. So standard bluff catch.
Queen 8 of suit is it's a frequency thing that you 3-bet in position, right?
Yeah, mid stakes it's like 50% as far as I know, but I don't know about these stakes exactly, of course.
Yeah, I mean, basically, when you're in the big blind, you know, you're going to be 3-betting very, very polar. You know, you've got hands that just don't really want to 3-bet. They're kind of in the middle, but you're obviously going to be 3-betting your value stuff. Your kind of 9s plus and your ace jacks and things like that. So you know, you have to mix in a few more bluffs, especially you know, you're up against someone who's out of position. You just want to utilize your positional advantage, so you tend to use a lot of stuff. A lot of these kind of, there's like high low suited sort of hands, and then your kind of weakest
calls,
offsuit gapper hands, and you know, things like 10-8, Jack 9 off and stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
the ones I know of in the ranges that I studied is Ace Deuce off through to Ace 6 off.
Yeah.
And then King 7 off, King 6 off. And then for the suited hand will be 10-5 suited through to 10-2 suited.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Yeah, absolutely. You take the worst calls pretty much and you turn them into bluff.
Yeah,
bluff
for sure.
triggers.
And, I think Derp probably has a decision where he could potentially raise turn against Davy's small lead. So yeah, he's got top pair, so he can do that. But then once he calls and gets checked to, it's a pretty clear value bet. And yeah, I would imagine Davy's hand is close to indifferent, if not pure calling. But like, yeah, I think it's got to be better to call the hand he has compared to something like even a hand like pocket fives or maybe even pocket sevens. You kind of you want to have a four. You want to block the two pairs. Blocking the straight seems nice, but he's not gonna. The kind of bluffs that are going to come from Dirt Pier are going to be like, random sort of 7x, random 5x and flush draws. So yeah, it's a close spot for Davy. I'd be interested to look it up, but yeah. And Derp goes for a pretty nicely sized value bet on river. He goes for kind of the 2/3, 75% sort of size, which I think it's he's got pretty much to the pot size that he was looking for with his hand. So
yeah, I don't think you can really get more greedy in this spot because your range doesn't really allow you to go much bigger than that. I think it looks like the right size to me for what your range wants to do.
All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for today for me. But thanks to both of you for joining. You guys are welcome back anytime. And if there's any shout outs or any social media you guys want to mention, now is the perfect time. So, Peaceful Journey, you've been on the stream many times. Your experience with this, let's see what you can come up with. Any shout outs?
Well, I mean, first off, thank you very much for having me. Obviously, I was only on for short time here. Maybe I'll make another appearance at some point if our schedules line up. I'm not going to take the place of some of the excellent guests that we've had so far, but it's obviously always a pleasure to be on, and it's great to watch the high stakes play. As far as shout outs go, I don't have anything major. I'll give a quick shout out to a Discord server for the Mid Stakes Poker Pro Benabad Beat. I'm relatively active in there, and I think it's a great place to chat poker, and there's a lot of great players in there to give insight. So if you're looking to improve your game or looking to just shoot shit with other poker players, I recommend Googling that. And aside from that, just if you're playing kind of mid stakes professionally and you're looking to talk hands, just feel free to reach out to me on Discord or wherever you want to find me. I'm not too difficult to find. So anytime, just let me know. And thanks again for having me on.
Thank you. Have a good night, boss.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was a pleasure to meet you. Really. Thanks, Johan. Again, same. I was really a delight to spend these few hours with you and with the guys in the chat, and to watch these psychos battling is great. Love it. Isn't that the goal for everyone? It's awesome.
All right.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Lunch on Saturday, and shout out to the Scotland football team.
Definitely.
That's the real shout out. That's the most important.
Scotland.
All right.
GG Scotland.
Have a good night, guys.
See you all next week.
Good night, guys. Ciao.
Laters. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love, everyone. Again, I encourage you guys to follow Poker Strategy and Coin Poker on all their socials. You can see in the top left all the socials of Poker Strategy. If you guys want to check the leaderboards on your own, PokerStrategy.com/news, and you'll get a bunch of the updates there as a news format, and you can find the leaderboards as well, which get updated daily in the morning, Central European time. We're back tomorrow with more streams, more cash game action here. Much love, everyone. Have a good night. See you very soon. Peace.